Hi guys, this is Ratchet, and we are playing Criminal Case Traveling Time. We are going to case number 24. We are going on some kind of an island called Skull Island because Zara is turning into a fish, mermaid, I don't know. We gotta heal her somehow. Katria, that was a close brush with Ammon. I can't believe he followed us back in time. Yeah, clearly the Ptolemy's lackey knows about our plan to undo the changes he and Abed, or Priestess Nefertiti, made to the timeline. By beating him at the auction for the trade routes. Luckily we managed to put some distance between us and him. There's no way he's coming after us now. And it's all thanks to Mary Reed that we managed to escape. If she hadn't intervened, we'd probably be dead. But now that we've escaped thanks to our pirate friends, we must turn our focus back to the auction of the shipping routes. The auction isn't for another few days, but first we must remove the so-called curse for that goal we need to win it. Don't forget about removing the curse from me too. I never would have laid hands on that treasure if I knew I'd end up covered in scales. Tio swears it's just some sort of chemical reaction from the gold having been buried for so many years. But the itching is becoming unbearable. That calamine powder I've been using helps to calm it down, but only a little. I have good news on that front. I know someone who can reach you, and the treasure of the curse. I can introduce you to a voodoo priestess who lives on Skull Island. Nobody knows curses like she does. I ordered the crew to set course for the island. We'll be there by nightfall. Okay, a few hours later. Here we are, right here, Katarina. This is where the voodoo priestess lives with her apprentice. I'm suddenly nervous. I mean, what if she can't cure me and I'm stuck like this? Don't be so lily-livered, woman. Now, the priestess isn't keen on strangers, so let me do the talk. Who goes there? It is I, Captain Mary Reed. We seek the priestess's assistance. I'm afraid the priestess cannot be disturbed. She has entered a holy trance from which she shall not awaken for another 3 days, and yet to do so would incur the wrath of evil spirits. Blast. 3 days? I can't spend another 3 days like this. You heard the man. Trying to make the priestess would be terrible bad luck. We got no choice. We must return to the ship and wait for the priestess to awake from her trance. 2 days later. Oh dear. Kadria, these past few days have been the longest of my life. I barely remember what I look like without scales. Well, there's only 1 day left till the priestess wakes up. Hopefully she'll have you back to normal in no time. Priority Katerina, you need to come quick. What is it? He's the priestess's apprentice. He's been murdered. Oh. What? This won't help put us in the priestess's good books. Zara, you stay put. Katerina and I will deal with this. Let's investigate the bay. Oh dear. So, who went to kill you? And are there more people on this island? can't find the arrow. I've been struggling. I'm gonna repeat the entire thing again. And by show item preview. Katria, that's definitely the priestess' apprentice, Agwe. He's been bashed over the head. He's missing the necklace he was wearing the other day, you're right. Who would have killed him? Someone from Mary Reed's ship or someone from the island? Either way, if we want a priestess's help once she awakens, it would be wise to find his murderer. Let's examine the clues. Well spotted, that makeshift stall definitely wasn't there when we arrived. Whoever owns it can't be far. Maybe putting that sign back together will lead us to them. And since Mary discovered the body, we need to talk to her too. Let's do this. Okay. What happened to Agwe? How did he die without us noticing? Katrina, I used to dream of spending my retirement sailing around the Caribbean. But now I'd give anything to go back home. Let's just hope that after we remove the curse of Zara and the treasure, we can win that auction and return to the original timeline. Indeed. Now I suppose you want to hear about the body. He presented a number of wounds, but there was one which preceded the murder. A small cut on his cheek. I found traces of a plantain poultice he'd used on it to reduce the swelling, and the shape of the cut suggests an altercation. So Agwe was involved in a fight prior to the murder? But what about how he died? The absence of water in his lungs confirms that he was dead from his head injuries before he even hit the water. What's more, the glass shot I found emptying his skull suggests he was struck with a bottle of some kind. And those glass shots had traces of hardtack on them. A cheap, long-lasting cracker otherwise known as ship's biscuit. Oh. For the hardtack to have ended up on the bottle, it must have come from your killer. Our killer eats hardtack, do they? They'll take the heart when Katarina arrests them. Yeah. Okay, now the broken sign. Derek's trading point. Katrina, this stall which popped up this morning is clearly a trading point. And it's owned by somebody called Derek. With any luck, this Derek might have seen something. Let's question him. Okay. Okay, first let's go talk to Mary. Captain Reed, can you tell us the circumstances in which you found the body? I was stretching my legs on the beach when I saw something on the edge of the water. I went to take a close look and realized it was Agwe, the priestess' apprentice. I hoped we'd appease the spirits by leaving the priestess undisturbed while she completed her trance. But if someone on my ship is responsible for this hideous crime, it will bring bad luck on us all. I implore you, do what you must to solve this murder, but do not awaken the priestess. Fine, but we need to learn more about Agwe. Let's take a look around the swamp by his and the priestess's hut, Katarina. Okay. Okay, now let's go talk to Derek. What can I do for you, ladies and gentlemen? How's about this fine teapot? I'll swap it for half a crown. No, thank you. We wanted to ask you about the priestess' apprentice. Your stall appeared around the same time he was killed. Did you see anything? You mean Agwe? He's dead? The boy were like a son to me. The priestess took him in when he were no bigger than a kitten, so I see him grow up over the years. As for Miss Dahl, I just returned from stocking up on another island when I saw your ship in the bay. As since there ain't nobody but me, Agwe and the priestess on the island, all my business comes from passing ships, so I set Miss Dahl up in a jiffy. I'm afraid I didn't see nothing though. Maybe if I had, I could have stopped it. Okay. Okay, let's look around the hut. What's a heron? What does heron mean? I don't know what's that on English. I could have gotten it in time. Oh, that! Wow. We might not be able to investigate the priestess's hut while she's in her trance, Katerina, but we know the victim must have passed through the swamp on his way to the beach. And that necklace is the one he was wearing when we saw him alive, you're right. Judging by the blood on it, the killer must have dropped it here after the murder. That yellow substance might give us a lead if you can collect a sample. And that matchbox with the playing cards inside has Agwe's name written on it. Can you recall the rest of the writing? Okay. Okay, let's see. Gains 1, Agwe. Oh. So, someone was keeping score on this box for playing cards, Katerina. And whoever they were playing with Agwe. Judging by that doodle, this handwriting belongs to someone on Mary Reed's pirate ship, Katerina. Let's get a writing sample from everyone to see if we can find a match. Okay, now let's collect something from the necklace. Katrina, let's get the substance from the victim's necklace to Theo. Okay. Alright, let's analyze the handwriting now. Oh, Georges. Katrina, this handwriting belongs to George de la Cruz. That pirate we met was investigating the murder of that naval officer. George was part of Mary Reed's crew, and judging by this, he knew our victim. Let's see what George can tell us about Agua, Katrina. Okay. Mr. De La Cruz, we understand you are acquainted with the priestess's apprentice. We're investigating his murder. Yes, I heard about his death. He was a nice kid. I can't imagine why someone would murder him. I met him shortly after we docked. He jumped at the chance when I asked if he wanted to play cards. We got talking and he told me that life on the island was pretty lonely, so he was glad of the company. We met up again the next day to play a few more games, and we were due a rematch this evening, but he didn't turn up. And now I know why. Such a tragic waste of life. Okay. What's this yellow liquid? Katrina, have you made any progress? Zara's worked herself up into a terrible state. She's scared the priestess won't cure her if you don't find whoever killed her apprentice. It's early days, but you can help by telling us what you got on that yellow substance from the victim's necklace. Well, the substance was an oil made from the leaves of the Simpopogon plant, otherwise known as lemongrass. This oil is known as citronella and is primarily used for repelling mosquitoes. Janice confirmed that there was none on your victim's body, so it's definitely your killer who left the citronella on the necklace. So our killer uses citronella oil. Katrina won't let it slip out of their grasp. Yeah. Katrina, thanks to Mary Reese who began rescuing us on her ship, we managed to lose ammo for the time being. Mary has brought us a skull island so that the voodoo priestess who resides here can rid the treasure and Zara of its so-called curse. The only trouble is we found the voodoo priestess's apprentice bashed over the head not far from our ship. But who had a motive to kill him? We met local stallholder, Derek Trolpe, who claimed Agua was like a son to him. And we also learned that someone from our ship, George de la Cruz, played cards with the victim in the days before his death. Whoever did it, we need to find it before the priestess wakes up from her trance. Looks like she did wake up. Right there, Katrina. What's this I hear about my apprentice being murdered? Priestess Babayo, you're awake. I want answers now. Okay, I'll tell everything. But in the next chapter. Alright, we're gonna stop here, we got to playing in chapter 2. So, thank you for watching. Don't forget to leave a like to this video, and I'll see you again. Goodbye!